Broadcasting from the Teddy Belanger Memorial Studio in Rome, New York, and also Wake Forest, North Carolina over
Hmm.
there. It's the alternate studio, I guess you could say.
I guess so.
It's all the same studio.
We seem to
Uh,
be in the same cave or performance or something with all these skeletons this week from
I
David Childers.
know. I just randomly picked that. I forgot you had that as your background from last time too. Still on the Childers crew theme here. But welcome into episode 113 of the Avets and Beyond. My name's Todd Emanuele. That's Ryan Boyles. And we are here to talk about the second part of our trip, of my trip to North Carolina. You live in North Carolina. It wasn't
Well, it
much of
was
a trip
still a
for
good
you.
trip for me too. Yeah.
It was well, you still had a 3-hour drive, right?
Yeah.
That's a long trip. Okay. So you didn't get to leave any states. I was in like 6 states. So it was a adventure for me, that's for sure.
Well, the
But we
good thing about North Carolina is there's a lot to explore. I mean, not only is Concord a vast metropolis of
it is.
sprawling suburbs now, in addition to the farmland, but North Carolina, people don't know this. It's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles wide. So to go from the mountains to the ocean, there's a lot to explore. So I love doing that.
Lots to explore. I got to say, I've been through North Carolina before, but this was the first time in my life that I actually spent time in places and saw stuff, and it was really beautiful. Like driving home, I'll never forget this, and I didn't have a chance to pull over and take a picture, but I assume it was the Blue Ridge Mountains that I was looking at, and
Hmm.
the sunrise over the Blue Ridge Mountains was absolutely breathtakingly phenomenal. And there was nowhere to pull over. I was going 70 miles an hour and I couldn't snap a picture, but I'm like, I was taking mental pictures. I'm like, I will never forget that. It was so incredibly beautiful. Um, it reminded me of New York, but with bigger mountains.
Yeah.
But it
Well, and
was it was
you
gorgeous.
were right on the cusp of the autumn, the leaves changing as well. So I'm sure it was starting to be colorful out there, right?
I'm colorblind, so that doesn't do
Oh,
anything
I
for me,
keep
unfortunately. Yeah,
like
you
that
always
is
do that to me.
everybody. That's the number one joke we have is that I describe really beautiful things in full color, and Todd has to tell me that he's so sad he can't see them.
Yeah. Leaves especially, like I have colorblind glasses, but they're not prescription now, so I really can't see through them anymore. But
Yeah,
they allow me to see when I did wear them before I had glasses, fall colors and stuff, and it was just amazing to be able to see that stuff. That's a whole other episode
that
to
is
talk about
cool.
those.
That is cool.
They're
Well, we
really
are going to
cool.
touch on some art here because we
Yes.
spent time with the patriarch of the Avett family, and everybody knows he's an amazing artist.
Mr. Jim Avett himself. Yes, I contacted Jim. I said, I'm going to be down in Concord in that area. And he's like, why don't you come over? We can hang out. And I thought that was pretty darn cool to go hang out with Jim Avett at his house. And we got the full, I guess you could say the May It Last tour.
I
Like
guess
it,
so.
we got most of it at least. We saw pretty much everything. He didn't actually take us to Scott and Seth's house back in the woods, but he pointed where they were, so we
In the
knew the
general direction,
direction.
yeah.
They're over there behind the trees somewhere, but that's as close as he was going to show us, I would guess, to where they live.
Yeah.
But it was cool. It was so cool to be there and him to take the time. Like we explained in the last episode that we showed up later than expected because I didn't know how far away you were when I had to pick you up, and it took forever to get over to his house. And he was like, "Time's running thin, boys. You're taking longer than expected to
Yeah.
get here." But we showed up, and we still spent what, a couple hours there with him.
Yeah. No, he was gracious.
He
And
really
it
was.
was amazing. Yeah, it was really fun.
We got to see a lot of stuff,
So
like
what
a
were you? So
lot of
let me
stuff.
ask you. I'm going to interview you for a second since you were visiting North
Okay,
Carolina. Not only
yeah.
visiting North Carolina, but now we're somehow in the May at last. We're reliving some of the scenes from the movie because not only did we.
Color questions, are they?
Well, no, not color questions. Come on.
Okay.
But like, it's kind of surreal, right? Like, so Jim talks is going to touch on a few things, but we got to see a lot of his art. We were in his new
Yes.
studio
Which was
that he rebuilt.
incredible. I want
Um,
one of those so bad. It's separate from his house.
it was
It's
like
like
it was like
a
a
he
really
shed, right?
cool design, like a he shed. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. But he may not like that.
No.
Um, but it was really cool art studio, and he had lots of new art, old art. Everyone that's watching this, that when you hear the audio interview coming up, we're going to be peppering in lots of photos of what we saw with him.
Yes. Yep. We took lots of, and we asked him permission to be able to use this stuff too, and he was like, "Yeah, whatever." There was certain things he talked about that we had to cut from the interview that I wish we could share, but it's really not our place to talk about stuff. And he didn't want to. He said it wasn't his place to talk about it either. So
Yeah.
uh, that was kind of neat that we got some behind the scenes stuff, but we can't share that with you. So
Well,
sorry.
there's a couple things. There's a couple things about the patent stuff that's coming
Yep.
up. That's
Yep.
by the time people hear this, you will
The album's gonna be out.
the album's going to be out by the time you hear this. They're doing some kind of special show up in New York City with
Yeah, that's cool. I
Patton
wish
that
we could get
like
to that.
would be a really cool thing. But gosh, hey, that's in your neck of the woods though. Why can't you just bop on down to New York City?
My neck of the woods, 4.5 hours
I
away.
know, right? That's the same as me like saying, "Oh, you can just drive over to Charlotte for the night." But
Right.
yeah, I know what you mean. One thing before we even continue further, one of the most easiest, I guess, or one of the most, I guess, giving ways that you can support artists like Jim. Like you're gonna hear everybody. He does art every day, every morning. He is constantly tinkering with new ways. He shares like some of his favorite, like his preferred, instruments and way, I guess medium or watercolor versus everything else and all kinds of cool stuff. But one of the cool ways to support artists like Jim is a Patreon, which he has now, right?
Yes, and he has 2 levels that you can, uh, join or, subscribe, I guess you could say. He has the $20 level that, like, gets you everything, including Zoom calls with him and all that. He shares art with you. There's, like, an art club that's part of that. He'll send prints out. But there's also now a $10 level that, gets you in the door, basically, and lets you see what's going on. I don't think you get all the perks, but it's a good way to get in with Jim, and he is once a month he does a Zoom call, and it's a lot of fun. You just chit chat about stuff. He wants to hear what's going on in your life. He tells you what he's up to, but he wants to learn about you, and it's fun to be. I mean, you're friends with him when you join. He's your buddy, and it's really a cool thing. So check it out. You see the address. Whoop, the address just went away on the screen. It was there.
Patreon. You just look for
Patreon.com.
Jim Avett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just search for Jim Avett on Patreon and join and support him, because all that money goes to helping him support uh, art supply to purchase art supplies and stuff like that he gives back with. And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
said, I'll give away one little thing from the interview. He said he sells 60% of the artwork that he puts out every day that you see. That's amazing for an artist. He sells a lot of it. And I mean that's basically his job right now, I think, is making money off of that in his retirement from being a welder and all that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
go
Well,
support Jim.
and
He's a good guy.
music too, and he said he's working on music all the time and working on new
Yep.
music, I think, coming up. So
Yeah, gonna be
lots of
recording stuff.
ways, and this is the best way to stay in like plugged into that with Jim. But I don't know. I don't want to give away too much. I just want to get right
No,
to it. I think people are going to be blown away. We have about 40-ish
40
minutes
minutes.
of
Yeah.
this interview, going from the studio to then he like asked us to come outside and like throw us in the back of a off-road buggy, and like I'm bopping around in the back of the bed, and like
It's pretty funny.
you're gonna laugh when
It's
you see these pictures of like my feet hanging off and like looking out over the property, and some surprises that we see down in his garage and all kinds of stuff.
And we got to point out that as you're watching it, pay attention to the, or as you're listening to it, I should say, pay attention to the sounds. It's my favorite part of it. Like there's so many little sounds that make this piece sound or feel artsy. Like the creak. Listen for the. I just love it. Like there's a lot of
The
creaking
sounds
of
of the Avid
chairs,
farm. Yeah.
doors opening, birds. You can hear crows cawing out in the yard, and there's just so many sounds. And the rocks as we're walking on pads and stuff. It's just very ASMR-y. ASMR-y, is that a word? Is that
I guess that's a
it's
thing.
a
Yeah.
thing? It's a thing. So if you're into the ASMR thing, you'll enjoy this one a lot. There's lots of sounds, and there's sounds of us grunting and groaning, I think, too, as we're jumping
Yeah.
into the golf cart. And yeah, there's lots of sounds. It's good, it's fun,
Yeah.
and I hope you enjoy this one. It was so much fun and so cool and so nice of Jim to do this for us. And I hope I get to do it again at some point and hang out with him again. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. So, without further ado, everybody, stay tuned after the break and listen in for a nice afternoon with Jim Avett.
What you got in mind?
Oh, what were you thinking?
I don't know. I didn't have a plan. I just want to say hello.
It's good enough.
We don't have an agenda.
Dude, we actually didn't have an agenda.
Well, here's a funny story. Todd and I
Hey, like this.
Ooh,
like
that is really cool.
This is in the last 20 minutes
Nice.
before y'all got here.
Well, Halloween is one of my favorite holidays.
Oh yeah.
It really is. My wife and I.
Well, yeah, you go crazy.
I'll tell you what. I tell you, you live here.
I live in Wake Forest, so I'm about 2 hours.
You need to ride down Union Street.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
I was
You
just
need-
on Union Street.
You need to ride down South Union
There must be
Street.
more that I didn't see.
Where did you?
I only went to where the mural was and down to Mullis Music.
Oh, okay.
But
And then you got off
So
of it?
Mullis Music is
Then I
his
left, 'cause
client. He used to sell to.
Yeah, you knew that, Randy,
Yeah.
before he passed away.
Yeah.
I went and talked to his son Brentley today
Yeah.
and introduced myself. He's like, "Oh, wow, nice to meet you. I can't believe you're here." I'm like, "I can't believe I'm here either."
But if you'd come on down from the mural down to Mullis and headed on down that way down the street,
I didn't go further though.
if you'd have gone on down the street, you would have come out on 601. You would have
Okay.
come on down.
We're gonna go back down there. I was
If
trying
you
to run.
go, if you go up South Union Street, it's like they're all in competition.
They probably
I
are.
mean, there's some real cheap stuff,
Uh-huh.
and there's some that one guy's got a hearse in his yard,
Uh-huh.
and they got skeleton horses and
Oh, yeah.
skeleton
I
people,
love that.
all kind of stuff.
I love it. Yeah.
I mean, these people, there's a Avett Brothers fan, Rebecca Wharton.
Okay.
Yeah.
You ever go to her house around around Halloween?
Yeah.
Oh
all
God,
decorated.
they really this is a holy holiday.
Yeah. There's another Avett fan, Jeff Herzog, that runs
Oh,
like
yeah.
a haunted
Yeah,
thing down near Carolina Beach in Leland.
yeah,
I think.
Wilmington, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, so here's a funny story. I've been helping Todd do his show. Like I came on a year ago or something.
Was it
Whatever
only
it
a year
was,
ago? I thought it was
50 episodes ago.
Right.
And this is the first time we met in person.
First time we've met in person today.
So you're here to
And
witness.
you haven't missed a thing, you know.
I know. Right?
It ruined our
It's
whole
all
thing,
been-
though. It's like
all
we have
been
this
good.
cool story to tell people that
Well,
we do the
it's-
show
it's-
together and
it's
we've never met each other.
Oh,
But
yeah.
now we met each other.
Good story, but yeah.
You don't have to mention that.
No, I know.
Just leave it
It's,
alone.
Well, it still was cool for a year and a half or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Somebody asked me this morning what I did with the art that when I got through with it. Take a look at that. That's
Oh wow. Yeah.
there are 50. There are 25 windows in that thing with 50
Oh wow.
How long
both
do those
sides.
take you to do that?
You know, all those books up there at the top.
Mhm.
There's 15 of them.
Oh,
That's
wow.
750.
I love these.
Constantly,
four.
you're constantly doing them.
Well, I
So
do
is
some
it this
of
is your daily routine to do at least one of these?
Oh,
Or
I don't have a set.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'll do one. Sometimes I'll do two.
yeah.
So we should be recording this right now.
Well, I'm doing audio. I
Oh,
figured.
you are? Okay.
That's
I
good
figured
enough.
like
Oh, I didn't realize you were
we
doing
can
that. That's
like
perfect.
use some pictures to put with it. He puts it out on Friday nights on radio anyway. So
Yeah,
it's
so
on
the
it,
audio.
yeah.
Can I take a few pictures in here? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
I don't know what you were comfortable
These
sharing.
these little things up here, I rescued these out of the ashes. Some were. Get up there and take a look at them. They're just all kind of little doodads that I picked up over the years, and a lot of them I got at flea markets. It's an adventure.
I love these of the mountains because I'm from Winston-Salem originally. So we used to go up to Blue Ridge, Parkway and Grandfather Mountain and,
This is one I did
all those
yesterday.
areas.
This is going to be posted in the
Oh, I
next
love
couple
it.
of days.
That's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Called
I love
Mountain
that.
Stream, and it's a
Yeah.
reoccurring picture in my head.
Yeah.
But,
My mother, you probably appreciate this, Pilot Mountain, with the knob.
oh yeah,
When my mother was a child and my grandfather was a preacher, they were able to they had like this rickety staircase where you could go up on that. And she did that when she was a kid. She said it was the most terrifying thing she'd ever done.
Oh yeah.
We used to do. We used to
This
do.
was back before building codes.
Oh right, right.
Before any
Everything was at your own risk without the warning sign.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So are these all your guitars here?
Those aren't anything close to all my guitars. I've got 40 more guitars down yonder at that shop.
Only 40?
Yeah. Well, I had 70 going in the into the fire.
No.
But I've got these up here are all they can go on show. So
Nice.
some of these didn't get damaged at all. All of the
That's lucky.
all of the cases took a beating.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That's amazing that
the
some of the
the
guitars
higher dollar
didn't.
case you had, the more chance that it would the guitar would survive.
Yeah. It's still lucky though. I think. I don't know. If the case is that good, obviously.
Well, the bad thing about it is the old ones were put in cardboard cases, and that just accelerated the fire.
Right.
So I lost some pretty old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But
So do you have shows coming up?
oh yeah. Trying to get out of it. Don't have. Was going to spend time in the studio. The month of October and November are generally spent doing other things. You don't ever see this. This is, when people see either the boys or me or whoever on stage, that's all you think that is to that. There's a whole lot more to it than that.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of the times when it starts getting cold, the weather goes bad, and you go inside, or you go to the studio, you go write, you go record.
Yep.
You do, your other kind of things. But the boys are off, I think, until New Year's,
Yeah.
and that worked good for them because they are all.
Well, they've been busy with a lot of side projects too.
Well, they got kids. And,
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Our children just dote on their children.
Mm-hmm.
As they should.
Well, yeah. I think I have. I got a birthday party to do.
Mm.
I don't do many birthday parties. The fact is, I don't do hardly any. About 6 months ago, a 91-year-old man, very lucid, called me and asked me if I'd play at his birthday party.
That's awesome.
I hadn't seen this guy since I was 11 years old,
Wow.
and he was 23.
So he's been a fan.
So we saw the different. It's the same occurrences and the same people from different eyes.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of difference between an 11-year-old's eyes and a 23-year-old's eyes.
Well, definitely.
So this guy was a scoutmaster. He's a solid man. I mean, this is a scoutmaster from 50 years ago. He is a solid man. But it's funny when you go to the school reunion. You remember these people the way you last saw them.
Sure.
It ain't that way.
Oh yeah.
And if you go to a town, I go to Charlotte. I very rarely now. I used to go all the time, and I knew my way around Charlotte. Now it's a zoo. I mean, it is something that's new. But we saw. It's like one of the guys that when I have a gig that has a stage, it's a pretty good sized stage. I need to put a band together, so I'll get Bonnie if I can.
Nice.
I'll get a fiddler out of Pennsylvania, Allie Parker, and I'll get Patrick Crouch. Patrick Crouch plays anything. He taught music for 30 years in the school system. Technically, he knows his stuff. He's as good as Bob
It's a good
is.
guy to
He is
have on your side.
technically he is as good as Bob Crawford. Anyway, I was playing a song. I was trying to work up a song that I couldn't find a chord for, not the one I wanted. So I called Patrick and I said, where do you go with this? He said, what's the song? I said, it's an old song that was done by a one-time Charlie kind of band. The name of it was not Stand By Me, but Stay. Won't You Stay?
Yep.
Anyway, he said, send me a copy of it. gave him a way to get a hold of it. And he came back and said, I'm not familiar with the song. I said, how can you not be familiar with the song? You know all the songs I know already. He said, when did you learn that song? I said, oh, maybe 16. He's 10 years old, younger than I am. He said, I was 6 years old, and I wasn't listening to music then. You have to take these things into consideration, you know.
Well, that's when your music sets. They say that's the year, 16 to 19 is when your music identity like burns itself in your brain,
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I don't know what they say.
Like the music that you grow up with is what becomes your like.
It gives you the roots.
That is your roots. That is your like classic.
I was younger, I think. I don't know.
That is what sticks
Take
with you.
this. I'm saying this in some of the shows now. The year I was born, 1947, is as close to 2025 as it is to 1868.
Yeah.
And most of my education came from people who were back in this part.
Yes.
And a little bit of this people up here. I know this part back here. And I know this part right in here. This part on up in here, I don't know, and I don't really care to know.
Yeah.
It's going in a direction I don't care. I wondered, when my mama died, she was ready to die. And I wondered, I was like 56 or 58, somewhere. I wondered how she was ready to go. Old people get left behind. She had been left behind by technology. All her friends had died. She wasn't in the loop, so to speak.
Sure.
So I can understand it, and I understand it very well now.
Yeah.
Susie and I are still in the loop because of kids and what they get drug around into. We kind of get drug around into it too, but
you've got a Patreon and all that stuff. You're doing all kinds of new technology things.
Oh yeah.
So you're definitely.
I need to say something about the Patreon thing too. I need some more support.
Yeah.
But this a guy and I were talking the other day. He said, "You sell a lot of art," and I said, "Yeah, I do. I sell probably 60% of what I put on Facebook."
That's incredible.
So. For an artist, it is.
Yeah.
But especially not a very good artist.
Your stuff's great.
But
that's an operation too.
I can understand people who, right now, the government is interfering in whatever. They're interfering in everything.
Yeah.
I'm not real upset about any part of it. I'm going to eat, and anybody that I care about is going to eat. I've lived through 14 presidents. 14. It's hard to get me, upset about anything any of them say they're going to do. The son of a bitches aren't going to do much of nothing.
Right.
They're going to promise you're going to do it, and then they're going to find out they can't do it.
Right.
Then they're going to talk to you about the next election.
I think we are as a society. We go 2 steps forward and 1 step backwards. I think we're right in the middle of the 1 step back.
Yeah.
I've lived long enough to know that as the pendulum swings, it swings back.
Yep.
Always does.
And what's real hot now ain't going to be real hot next week or next year or 10 years from now.
Some people, it's perspective, like you said, I think, right?
Absolutely.
Bob gave us an interesting take when we talked to him at the beginning of the year. He said, we've already been through, he does all the history with his podcast, and he said, we've been through a lot already. We've been through worse than this.
Yeah.
So
I think
it's good. It's hard to keep that in mind, though.
I think somewhere in the Bible it says nothing created or destroyed new. Truer words never spoken.
Right.
I just I don't get upset about things they say it's going to happen, because it probably ain't going to happen. Something else might happen, but I have no influence over any part of this. I have no control over it. So I'm going to watch out for my own folks.
Well, when people ask what can you do in any given moment, the best thing is what affects your local.
Take care of
your own
what
community.
You can handle,
what's around you. That's the only thing you can actually do something about.
Well, when you want to get a big charity going and you come down and say give to that, don't do that. I give to the local waitress. I give to the local mechanic's son who's trying to make a living.
Sure.
These people are having tough times. I mean, tough times.
Yep.
But
I have a random question for you, just to change it up.
hit it.
All of the merch, like I see the hat with welding. Did you have any part, or were you just thrilled that they're like including that stuff in the Avett merch? Like the weld,
Yeah,
like you're
what about
welding. Like there's a sweatshirt, there's the hat.
What about it?
Was that your idea, or is that just them wanting to like pay tribute?
No. They came to me and said, "We think this would be a good idea."
Yeah.
He said, "We'll buy the logo from you."
Okay.
And I said, "You don't have to." He said, "We're going to buy the logo." I think they wanted to give me some money.
Yeah.
So they gave me $1,500 to use that logo.
Yeah, it's great.
But our personal merchandise got burned up in the fire.
Yeah.
I've got some few. I've got some CDs. I've got some records.
I have one of your T-shirts.
I have no
from before.
T-shirts left.
Yeah, I have one of the old ones.
I have no T-shirts left. All of that, and most of the merchandise got burned up.
Yeah.
So what we take for merchandise now is art, and we have a little bit of hard stuff.
Would you ever put any of that precision welding stuff in your merch?
No.
No.
Well, I asked Scott about it, and he said he'd get me, 30 shirts.
Just a pile of them to
a pile
sell.
of stuff. It never happened,
Oh.
and I didn't ask him again. He's got a lot of stuff going. I
Well,
mean, he's got a ton of stuff
They've
going.
definitely been busy,
So,
that's for sure.
I'm not. That's not important. They didn't get it at the boys' show.
Yep.
Yeah.
When they started that, Scott said what they started with is Scott had the music, and he recorded the vocal, a guitar, drum, maybe harmonica, and he sent what he did to Mike Patton,
Yeah.
and with the instructions: change it, add to it, take away from it, do whatever you want to it,
That's
and then
cool.
send it to Seth.
Yeah.
And so each one of them, then it came back to Scott. So each one of them had free range on any of it.
And I know Dana Nielsen worked with them on this whole thing, and he's a huge Mike Patton fan and an Avett fan, so he was like, we interviewed him, he was thrilled to be involved with the whole thing. And he couldn't talk about it. He couldn't talk about any of it, but it was different.
Well, how old are you?
I just turned 51.
We were talking the other day, Susie and I were talking, our children are the last of that age. That age is the last of the kids that would remember time before internet.
Yeah.
Scott and I are
True.
the exact same age. He's like 3 months younger than me.
We
grew up without the internet.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I didn't have a phone until I was 20 or whatever.
Yeah.
I
You
got
didn't
one.
have a phone till you were 20. I didn't have a TV until I was maybe 6 or 7.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been 54 or 5 or 6, somewhere along in there. We got a old black and white
We
TV.
grew up without having the world at our fingertips, and
Oh,
we
yeah.
all survived.
Yeah.
Well, I get asked about AI,
Oof.
and I know very little about AI, but I do know this much. We had AI when we were kids. It was called Encyclopedia Britannica.
Well,
My parents
But it
have
couldn't-
several sets.
Yeah, but it could not connect with each other. With volume 15 couldn't connect with volume 2 and act like they knew all of it.
I don't like the AI artwork. Like these people that are using it for like professional companies and things. You're stealing artwork from other people.
Oh yeah,
It's stealing
yeah.
their work.
Oh yeah. Well, it is the whole scene of creativity is askew,
Yeah.
from songwriting to
Hey,
drawing.
I see it as it's that. Yeah.
And I had a cousin who I did a show down in Huntsville, Alabama, and several of my cousins came to that. When we left, he asked me. He said, "What do you think about AI?" He said, "We are in Trump. What is the future?" And I said, "The future will straighten itself out. You got to keep the faith.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot. He was concerned about Trump saying he was going to take the funding away from Lincoln Center, I believe, and they're big on Lincoln Center, and they were really concerned about it. I said, you can't stop people from being creative.
Yeah.
It is something, you may stifle it, you may make it go underground, but it's free will thinking is all it is what it amounts to.
Right.
And you can't stop that, and you can't control it. That's why it's creativity.
Right.
So I'm not concerned about that at all.
And constraints breed
Trump
other
Trump
creativity.
can't stop it. Biden couldn't stop it.
Yeah.
Obama couldn't stop it. I think there's an insidious thing that's been going on since, particularly since the 80s or 90s, where control is the name of the game.
Yep. But I just think limitations oftentimes are what spark the best creativity.
Sure it is.
You know?
Well, you remember seeing the guy standing out in front of the damn tank in China?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the epitome.
Oh yeah.
That is the epitome of trying to stifle what he thinks.
Well, you think about every other movement as well, like where did punk music come from, or where did whatever, all those things came from. A lot of those things were political or reactions to it.
Yeah.
So changing the subject a little bit, I'm looking at your barn out there, and you draw barns all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Have you drawn that one before?
No.
Why though? That's such a cool looking barn.
I just haven't. I didn't have to.
Oh, maybe you should.
You're inventing imagination, right?
When I see that barn, that's the one where in May at Last they're throwing the hay in the back of the truck.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is this race car something from your life or somebody else's? Is that
No.
a commission?
That I buy very little of other people's prints.
Yeah.
That I bought because that reminds me
I
of
see.
my kid,
Got it.
childhood.
I have family
The
members.
two red ones down in the bottom.
Uh-huh.
Those are. I found those prints 3 days ago. I have given all the tools that I have away. The time has come in my life that I have realized that I've turned my last wrench. I've pulled the last, driven the last nail willingly. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I had 50 years of tools down here at the shop. It was running me out. I invited the boys to come and take what they wanted. When Scott and Seth, they're not going to turn wrenches, but they need to have tools.
Mm-hmm.
So they came and got some of the stuff that was there. Then I called Nick, Bonnie's husband, who is over Freightliner's electric truck division. That's pretty high on the food chain.
Mm.
Called him and asked him if he wanted my toolbox. He says a Snap-on. It was as big as that bookcase. Weighed probably 300 pounds, and it was 50 or 60 years old.
Wow.
And it just as good as the day it was bought.
Right.
He came and got all the tools that were in it. I have cleaned out a great deal of that shop. I bought a roll top disc and got it home and realized I didn't have any place to put it. So I put it down in my shop. Well, I had to make room, so I got rid of a whole bunch of stuff. And I'm probably 75% there. I'm getting close. But we'll have a picking a week from Saturday night down here. If you'd been here on a Saturday night, we have a picking. I invite 10 or 12 guitar players.
Can you reschedule it for tomorrow? Because I'll still be here tomorrow.
For the younger ones, this is not a jam session as such.
Mm-hmm.
I have the set list. I'm going to play the stuff that I want you to hear. Because if I don't do it, you'll never hear it. And there's so many good songs just going to hell. But we have an 11-year-old who plays as well as a lot of the 50-year-olds.
Wow.
This kid's good. We have some that are 60 or 70 that play like an 11-year-old. We have.
But Lori Moyer plays with you, doesn't she?
Yes,
I've seen videos of her playing.
She comes and does that. I don't know if there's anybody else that you would know
That's wild.
that come. No
I think
offense.
just her. She's the only one I recognize when you post those. She posted too. But
The reason the car caught my eye was my wife's family apparently were in the moonshine running business
Oh yeah.
up around like Rockingham County area.
Yeah.
And so they were probably driving stuff like that through the
That's
woods.
close to the party. They pictures, the color pictures. I found those 3 days ago cleaning up. I used to deal with old cars. Loved old cars. That's why I built that shop.
Mm-hmm.
That is me at 45 years old walking beside that 47 Ford.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott, I don't know if there's any part of him in it. Yeah, right.
There's half of somebody.
Yeah, that's Scott, about 15 years old.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he this guy. Well, her uncle has passed now, but he had stories.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Like that.
Well, I live close to, and you'd have heard of Wilkesboro. Wilkesboro didn't
Right.
have any more liquor than
Yep,
Caldwell
yep.
County had. North Carolina had a lot of stills.
Yeah. Well, my understanding was that because they were so close to the border that there was a lot going on right with Virginia.
Well, they'd run and find you if you made good liquor. I feel like I have no feelings as far as the legality of moonshine. It's a stupid thing to drink, but
I can agree with that. For the first 10 years of me being married to my wife, that was one of the Christmas presents I would get from the gathering was I'd go home with a mason jar or something.
oh yeah, yeah. I well, take this to the bank. When I was a kid, Thunder Road. I don't know if you ever heard the song or saw the movie. That was kind of a way of life up where we lived. And I went up to a guy still, boy, was about 3 years older than I, who did do some driving. I don't know, either the runner car or the loaded car. This old guy, farmer, who's running liquor, making liquor. He, while we were talking, he just reached over and got a pitchfork full of mule shit and threw it in the mash. And I said, doesn't that mess up the liquor? He said, nah. He said, it all gets cooked. Instead of having a copper coil, you would run it through a radiator. The problem with that is that you put lead in it.
Yeah.
And lead kills people.
Oh, yeah.
And that, you had 2 or 3 years ago, you had a couple of people killed on vacation, maybe in Dominican Republic, somewhere down in that area. And they were wondering, these people had nothing in common except they'd been to the bar. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure that they were feeding them homemade liquor.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm sure that some of this liquor had alcohol, had lead in it.
Oh, man.
But the way you get by that, if you ever get any more of it, the way you get by that is you take the top, the mason jar lid, a little flat lid, it's got the rim around it.
Yep.
Pour a couple drops in there and light it.
Mm-hmm.
If it burns orange, it's good liquor.
Okay.
If it has any kind of blue to it,
I did not know that trick, but
you don't want any part of that one.
I usually trust it because if it comes from my wife's brothers, I
Hope
trust
he's not
them.
trying to kill you.
No, that's right.
If it's just pure alcohol, it'll burn red or yellow.
Did you actually drink it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so well, you're still alive. So
Oh, yeah.
there you go.
Oh, ain't nothing to it. I mean, you can go buy Everclear. I don't know if you
Right.
can buy Everclear in North Carolina, but several states have outlowed it. But it's almost pure alcohol.
I think I have a bottle that hasn't been opened. I don't think they sell it here anymore.
190 proof. Within
I'm
your
trying to think
proof,
We used to
some of
drink
the
it in
proof, that's-
college.
Your alcohol content is half what the proof is.
Right.
So if the proof's 190, it's
Yeah.
95 cent alcohol.
I went to NC State and they used to pour it in trash cans and make stuff.
It's
Purple
illegal.
Jesus.
It's illegal in New York too.
Yeah.
Everclear.
Well, the only reason you'd want to have it is as a cleaner.
Well, it's easy to do something dumb with it. That's for sure.
I wouldn't drink it.
Yeah. Mm. Is the other is that your work and the box up there with the people?
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
top up
yep.
here. Yeah, that's Scott's. That was caught in the fire. Those things, those 3 on the end and the one right here, that you can't see, of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how They're still in our possession. But I painted those when I was 20 years old.
Wow.
There's that one of the devil. I was getting just ready to go in the Navy. I know what the hell I was thinking.
Right.
But they have been. We've lived in Alaska. We lived in Wyoming. We've lived in Florida. I don't know how those things survived. I don't know where they were.
I followed you
But
around.
they would have stayed with mom and dad, and we got them back, and they were at the other end of the house. The fire came from this end going this way, and they were down here. We didn't lose a lot of pictures and whatnot. We lost some. I had 4,500 books going in. I have about 2,500 now.
Oof.
Most of my stuff, you talk about Bob Crawford in history. He ain't the only one who knows something about it. Because every book, 99% of my books were history.
Right.
Yeah.
They were nonfiction, and you can't help but learn some things by doing that. But anyway, what you got? What you got? You got anything more?
No, I'm good. We can leave you alone now.
A lot of different styles. Have those evolved, or is it just you like exploring different styles?
I like to explore stuff.
I love it.
Now, is that a painting that you did or
That's
Scott
Scott.
did?
Scott did that one. He also did this one here. Those were early on.
That's cool.
This is awesome. It's interesting what you said about, like, you're doing the small format art all the time now, and then Scott's doing the huge stuff.
Yeah.
It's huge.
He went through smaller stuff, but
Yeah.
he works in oil almost exclusively.
Uh-huh.
I don't work in oil at all. I work in acrylic and
I was just going to do that.
acrylic and watercolor.
I like the watercolors.
Watercolor
There's
is
something different quality to that.
watercolor is for transparent and delicate kind of stuff for me. If you want something opaque, you want something to jump out at you, use acrylic.
Yep. Well, let's walk.
All right, let's go.
This is great. This building is awesome.
There's a high track there. Oh, there's 60 acres out here.
Yeah. Lots of privacy.
My great aunt had a property, and she had a barn that looked a lot like that up in
Well, come on, let's ride.
up in King.
One of you get up front, and one of you get in the back.
What you want?
You're bigger. You can
Get in the back.
All right.
Oh,
Don't fall out. Big,
I won't.
big tree right here.
don't worry.
What is it?
A big bush.
Oh, nice.
And there's two more right over there.
How old are they?
They're almost 40 feet high. The kids gave them to me for a birthday present. Birthday present one time. And I was, I don't know, 45. They're 30 to 40 years old.
Oh boy.
Thing clear because I'm giving this stuff away. I'll have all this clear the next chance I get to get down here. This is what I bought.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
That is big.
Yeah, I bet that weighs a little bit.
Oh, it does. And it's in perfect shape.
That's awesome.
Perfect shape. But fiddles. And there's some guitars over here. I don't know what they're those things.
Oh yeah.
These are the guitars.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Just a few.
Yeah. Yeah. The first 6 months of my after the fire, I spent down here every day going through redoing guitars, deciding what could be redone or couldn't.
Yeah, look at the cases. They're all,
So many.
not all of them, but you can definitely see where they were affected.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of the cases I did replace, and some of them I did not. That one is popped open down there. I don't think that guitar's probably not going to be saved.
That's a lot of guitars.
Dale, you just looked and you didn't even see.
Well,
I used to have, I got a record player sitting right there with a record in it. I used to,
oh yeah.
I had about 4,000 albums.
Oh wow.
Sold them out.
Yeah.
When I did that, Seth said, well, Dad, if you're going to be selling yours, I've got something I need to go to. I said, all right, just bring them over. Well, the guy came and got my 4,000. Well, Seth brought his 2 days after the buyer was here. Those white boxes, they have albums that belong to Seth.
Wow.
They're all in alphabetical order.
Is he selling them? Or was
He gave them to me to sell.
Oh.
That looks like my comic book collection. My wife wants me to unload.
Alphabetized
Well,
boxes?
Oh, yeah,
I
I've got
need
boxes
to
and
get
boxes.
a shed of it.
I've
I
got
got
so
shed of the ones that I liked. They were those that I sold.
Yeah.
It was country and a country. There's a little bit of country in that
Yep.
because there's all kind of music. Seth was into all kind of music.
Oh, yeah.
I found a bunch of cassette tapes, and I called Seth, and there are things. One of them is Seth in a music lesson.
Oh, my gosh.
One is us singing in church.
Yeah.
One is Scott and I singing. And I said, "Do you know how to digitalize?" He said, "Yeah." And I knew he did. I said, "Do you want these cassette tapes?" He said, "Yeah."
Absolutely,
So,
yeah.
He's going to try to do something with that. I don't know if it's going to get done. There's some of my mother playing a dulcimer.
Oh, you gotta digitize that stuff.
that's
That's
cool, yes.
incredible.
That's cool.
I mean, your kids would want that stuff.
Well, that's the thing about now. Like you said, technology has come along, and we're at the cusp of another generation of like analog is going away, but yet we need to save it all somehow.
Well, if you want if you want the images or you want the sound,
Yep.
that's where you get it. It may have to come out of an old 8-track.
Yep.
True.
But, I've got 8-tracks in that case right over there.
I've got 8
There's
tracks,
probably
too.
25 8-tracks in there and a player.
You're not still doing woodworking, are you? It looks like you're doing something.
No, I'm getting rid of all of it. I'm getting rid of all of it. I don't do woodworking anymore.
Me either. I gave that up.
Some of the come here a minute. Some of the woodworking that I do. Step in here to a snake.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Well, I can't hardly get to it, but these a lot of my stuff, I make toys like that.
Oh, well, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the one that I made.
Oh nice.
Scott. It scared the shit out of us. Scott and I made these.
Have I
And
seen
several
those somewhere
different-
before?
Huh?
Did those show up somewhere before?
I don't think so.
I swear I've seen that before somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah. I love that. Well, you need to get those out put them out for Halloween now.
Definitely.
I love those expressions. There's a Avett fan, good friend of mine that lives up in Wyoming that is obsessed with scary clowns.
Here's a couple of these. Those are pretty vintage.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, definitely.
those are.
Take 'em.
You're serious?
Yeah.
Wow. Those are. I love that. You take
Thanks.
one, I'll take
Yeah.
one. Thank you. I tell you what, I have a. I call it my $5,000 cooler. I have a little handheld igloo,
Yeah.
that folds over, and I put that. There was after this, there was like an emotionalism sticker that was about this size, and I stuck it on there, as soon as I discovered the band.
Oh,
And now everybody's obsessed with trying to find them.
we lived in that apartment